Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift. It's a brand spanking new night shift week right here on kevinstew.com. I want to say big ups to each and everyone locked in right now, those on TuneIn Radio, the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Across the pond, One Harmony Radio, top of the morning to you guys over there in the UK. Out of Texas, WGLRO. With the Donnie Walker Morning Show, taking you from the sheets to the streets, from Detroit to Denmark and everywhere in between. Big ups to you. Glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you. Those on PEMGTV.com. Welcome. And of course, the ones that are here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. At the home of the night shift, kevinstew.com. Glad to have you. Couldn't do it without you. And you have my word, I wouldn't try. What we're going to do right now is try to what Leon Caldera say and act a little normal. Want to say big ups to Marlon, Real Record Show host, reggae music entertainer extraordinaire. Wicked show as usual, sir. I catch the last part of it, so I call it amen. Say she have a piece of waist that could blow me away. Yeah. Through the arrows, through the gun. Merry Monday, Julie. I want to say big ups to the early bird in the stew pot, the sexy man himself. She know I want less, and I go chance it, but afraid I get caught out. I want to take a wine on your bum. I want to say thanks to Paul C Media. Paul C Media is the sponsor for this segment of the show. It's called A Big Smile, sir. Thanks to Paul C Media for sponsoring this segment of the show. Paul C Media Group, and being in the moment is priceless. They can capture your moment. And they can stream your moment live on a secure medium. And they can also provide you with what you see right here on kevinstew.com. This kind of service is what you're gonna call them and say, listen, see what Kevin Stew have? That's what I want. I want the website. I want streaming on the website. I want all of it. Believe me, they'll take care of you. Now, I don't know what kind of show tonight it's going to be. We're going to try to act normal. Leon Caldera It's the right tune not to start the show with, because when I bring in people like this guy, who is now no stranger to the night shift, I don't know if he got the memo that he is now officially a part of the night shift. Because after you come on the first time, you get an introduction. If you're gonna appear again, you're no longer a stranger, so you're part of the night shift now. But tonight he's joining us in another capacity. Of course, it's a different night, and each night comes with its own theme. So you hear the noise in the background. Y'all hear the noise in the background? Is him. No behavior. No behavior. When see, you're live, and this is what you get. No behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only, the man of the moment. I don't know which hat he's wearing tonight. I'm going to try to see if I can get him to disclose all the hats that he has ever owned.
No, that's impossible. No go, no go.
Ladies and gentlemen, David I. Muir.
Here Kevin Stew. I listen to you, funny enough, and I hear you're out in yourself as there were two Kevin Stewarts in your class and three in your school, and you see, you can't go by Kevin Stewart when you're Kevin Stewart. You have to man up and say, I'm Kevin Stewart.
Well, I am. I
I
don't
know.
I don't hide from it. I just use DJ
I
Kevin
tease.
Stew.
And I tell you why I tease you. You see me, I'm the man of many alias. I go with Daddy Muir, Sexy Man. It don't matter. I can go with a lot of different names, and that's the beauty of how we treat the world.
That's right.
You can make anything out of it that you want. So
Exactly. Welcome, David. Welcome back.
yeah, man. Just happy to be back.
Uh, as usual, the last time it was the Sexy X's show. Tonight it's the David I. Muir show,
Oh,
and facilitated by none other than myself, DJ Kevin Stew. True, true.
you.
So tonight we're taking a walk,
Yeah, man.
and
I'm up for it.
it's a long walk because
It's kind of long. Yeah.
this guy, this guy here, boy, I don't know who who better than you to tell the story. Now,
I,
those of us
I
in
don't know.
South Florida, most of us in South Florida, that know of David I. Muir, know of David I. Muir photography. But that is not all that there is to it.
Right? There's the other side, the sexy side.
But wait, so the sexy side came first, and then everything else
No,
came
no.
after?
No. Definitely. Sex is the latest addition. Actually, the last part.
See, you see, after you came to the recognition of self, then you had to
Definitely.
step into it and walk with it in confidence.
And that's funny. I mean, I'll tell you about the sexy first one. I think I mentioned it already, but I'll tell you more detail.
Hmm.
But let's start at the beginning of where you want to start. I don't know how far back you really want to.
Listen,
So
we're
you,
going back
you
like Cadillac seats.
wow. Okay.
So that
All
is
right.
before, way before the year braid, way before, um, I can't even say way before G because G really started in high school.
Yeah. So don't want to go too far before that. We can start at A, but not too much before G. A don't have two letters before.
Well, the musical alphabet only stop at G.
See it there? What a
So
thing.
it start
Aye.
it start over back after G. So
What a good thing like that. All right. So you want me to lead the beginning then?
so
You want me to take
in
it
the
away?
beginning, yes, or that video in the beginning.
So uh, I guess the beginning for me, the easy beginning is music. Um, when you look back at when I look back at my earliest beginning,
Hmm.
Um, I think one of the first loves I had was music, and I loved both listening to music, playing music, and I guess to some extent I love dancing to music. It was early in my life that I was a dancer. I was somebody that when music was playing, I was dancing. Truthfully,
That was before poles became popular, right?
it was actually before post became popular. I
Okay,
really,
cool.
and the thing about it is too that a big part of who I am and who I was then anyway was that I love being the center of attention. I like people looking at me, and because I like that, dancing was good for me. So not only did I love
Okay.
the music, but I love dancing because it brought me attention, and I love the attention.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
Still love attention.
But
It's not much has changed in that field.
which is really interesting because when you're going from wanting to be the center of attention to capturing that moment that brings light to what was the focus of attention, it's a bit of a
Mhm.
stretch, but we
Yeah,
digress.
with that. All right. So when you talk about all right, so because this is the entrepreneur show, this is the business link.
Right.
I'm really gonna bring it at the very beginning of my business endeavors.
Okay.
Um, yeah, the first business endeavor for me was owning my own sound system. So,
Mm. As a result of the love of music.
as a result of the love of music and dancing and all these different things that I was doing, I was really just drawn into music as a business. I also liked the idea that people who are in music had a lot of attention from the ladies. I'm a
Mm.
ladies kind of a guy. I'm not LL Cool J, but I'm certainly a lady lover too. So
There
I
you
was
go.
I was definitely drawn to music as a business, also because of its again being center of attention, also being attention of young ladies. So both the camera and the music had origins in the attention of ladies. But my first actual, you know, entrepreneurial endeavor was in music. So I started playing at parties in 1980. I think
19
that
which tea?
1980 would have been when I first started playing at parties.
Boy.
So yeah, man, 1980 was a good year. That time disco was king. So I was
Yes, yes.
I was enjoying the disco dive. I started collecting music in about 75. And then by 80, I was in a place where, funny enough, my best friend at the time, his older brother was big in playing music. And my other best friend, kind of like, I wouldn't say second best friend, but another best friend, actually brother, older brother, was in a disco as well. So I had a lot of things influencing me in that, get yourself into a sound system. But
Right,
but
right.
it was really probably about 81 when I first started making any actual gigs. And then probably about 82, I started to make some money. And then in 1983, I had my first pay party. So that was kind of like, okay, the real, okay, well, I'm going to do this as a profit making venture. At that time, 1983, I had Summer Session of the Century was the name of the party, which was free to get in by invitation. And we sold Red Stripe and we sold soda. And that was the thing.
Right, buy
That
out
was
the
my
bar.
first. Yeah, man, buy out the bar. At that time, it was not vogue to have a pay party. Parties didn't really charge at the time. It was mostly by invitation, by invitation. And if you wanted, you'd go with themes. You could have a costume party or, different types of themed parties. But there wasn't really much. I mean, we used to have parties like Miami Vice and yoga party and all kind of different types of parties at that time. But for me, um, I think, you know, because I was in the music deep and I was into being an entrepreneur making money. Um, like I said, 83 was like the beginning for me.
Mm-hmm.
1986, we took it to another level. So 1986 was the beginning of Ambassador's Disco, which was, for me, probably the start of really making real money in business as a young person. So,
And that was the name of your song, Ambassador
yeah,
Disco.
yeah, that was the name of my school at that time
Mm.
in the mid 80s. Yeah, I owned and operated Ambassadors. In 1988, I took out a loan or applied for and got a loan from the bank to expand the sound system. I mean, this was sort of unheard of at the time. I was a youth who was pretty much just wrapping up high school,
Mm-hmm.
just trying to figure out where I was going in the world. And no one even, I only seemed up to 5 or 8 years older than me was even in the process of applying for bank loans. But I was a very ambitious teenager, and I was saying, "Yeah, I want to do
Yeah,
it. I want to do it well. I'm going to need the money from the bank. Kind of have no money. I have to see every penny I earn. I have to save to buy a record. So
there you go.
to get equipment outside of just second-hand equipment or broke down equipment that we refurbish, I needed a bank loan, and so I wrote a business plan, applied to the bank, and got the first bank loan. I was probably 18 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So if I was 18, I probably was 87 then. Anyway, whatever it was,
Okay.
we did apply and we did receive the loan and then we forged forward. And at the time, it was very ambitious, but it worked out very, very well. And we were able to make significant funds for that age group and for me as a young person. And we employed people, we employed our peers, we employed people that were way older than us, and it was really a great endeavor. So it taught me a lot about business, for sure,
Mm-hmm.
really quick and fast. And then what I realized then, which was a great lesson to learn as a teenager, was that you need to bank some of the money and not just keep spending it off on the girls and on fun and stuff like that. We were so happy to be in the money at that age. I mean, we were flirting and everything. We were
There. Yeah,
flying
because that's
down
what you're
to
supposed to
Vegas.
do.
No, it's not. It's not actually, but it was a great lesson, and I mean, we had such great opportunities to grow and to learn, and we were in demand. I mean, in the late 80s to early 90s, I mean, we were so busy. We were booked,
Even after
solid.
Gilbert.
Hold on, you talk about Gilbert. I think I'm glad you mentioned Gilbert. We were so popular at Gilbert that what happened that even when Gilbert knocked out the electricity for a bunch of months,
Yeah.
we had a special privilege pass to travel around during curfew and everything because we were providing entertainment to people and we were granted special privilege to travel and to go even through the storm aftermath to go to places and set up and do what we had to do, whether it's generator or whatever. But now even through Gilbert, we
So,
were
no, sir. You must have known somebody.
well, I didn't just know somebody, I knew everybody. That was my business. I was business entertainment. If I didn't know everybody, I wasn't doing my job well.
That's right. That's right there. That is right. So, Hurricane come, did its business. Gilbert rolled through and just wreaked havoc on Jamaica. And you
Yeah.
were traveling the country, just providing entertainment.
Yep.
Why? You know, I must say, um, music in times of distress is a much needed form of therapy. because it's the one thing that suits the savage beast. So, on behalf of those who got helped, I would say thank you.
Yeah, man. I hear that, and I accept all thanks, but I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
that I genuinely did a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of people who give me credit for starting and creating a lot of things in music business in Jamaica. And I'm gonna tell you that I never for 1 minute stopped to think I was starting, I was creating anything special. I was doing what I found to be fun, what I found to be interesting, what
Hmm.
I thought was, just what I had to do because I was following my passions.
Right.
So I accept all thanks, but I really wasn't doing it in a given spirit. Some of it turned out that way, but
Hmm.
I was just doing what was making me have a good time.
Right,
Kind
right,
of,
right.
kind of like most of my life, you know. I like to say that my selfish turns out to be very um, rewarding to others, but it's still very selfish because it's very self motivated and driven by desire to get the things that I want done.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And you know how I feel about that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
yeah, man. I don't think nothing wrong with it either. It's not like I set out to be a bad person, but I wasn't out to be a good person either. I was out to be the best I could be.
Right. And you see, that's something for the youngsters coming up to grasp onto, being that the best that they can be.
Yeah, man.
Way too often we miss that striving for something and deciding to settle for anything, and we miss the mark, and we end up laboring instead of doing some work or
Yeah.
doing your passion.
Yeah, man, passion is critical, man. If everybody could spend their energy discovering their passion and then
Mm-hmm.
pursuing that passion, well, the
Mm-hmm.
world would be a great place. It would be really, I mean,
Yep.
imagine what people would all be if everybody was pursuing what they love. Yeah, man,
Yeah. A whole lot of the stress would go away.
definitely.
All right. So we're moving through 88 with ambassadors.
Yeah.
You moved into what after that?
Well,
So where
that's not,
where what
that's
door
not,
did that open for you? That
well, that led me to a lot of other things. So I started working with artists because I was doing pretty well as a sound system, and then that's what I introduced you to artists who wanted to do well, and which your sound doing well, the artists will come around. So it had
right,
me
right.
doing some artist management, some writing, some producing. So I did a lot of little things in that way. So the first artist I ever managed was an artist by the name of Daniel.
You managed Dan Youth?
I was his very first manager. He was still in high school when I managed him. And I tell you how
What?
I'm going to tell you how life is funny. You
Yeah.
talk about even Daniel. So while I was managing Daniel, the next person that came and said, "Oh, you manage Daniel, I want you to manage me." Was a youth named Sean Paul.
Watch ya now.
So, no, real, big and serious. And because I was managing Daniel, I said, "Well, I can't manage Daniel and Sean Paul. So I'm going to refer Sean Paul to my virgin, who was a guy that went to high school with me and had a sound system like me and was interested in producing at the time. And his name is Jeremy Harding. So I
Mm.
literally said, Jeremy, this you Daniel plan company coming around. You take him because me can't manage him."
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was Sean Paul's manager for the first 15 years of his career.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I didn't know that part about you at all.
Yeah, man. But many other artists, I work with Spragga from the beginning. I don't make sense dropping the name because I work with pretty much everybody along the way. Yeah, man. I've worked with, it's so funny, but I can't even put it to you this way. That's
Hmm.
another thing you probably wouldn't have known. But for example, Third World used to rehearse in my basement. So Third World as a band, this
Mm.
is now before everybody lived in America. This is when Third World still all lived in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
They used to rehearse in my basement. So, for example, even artists like Junior Gong For example, when before you ain't gonna have a record or before my anything, we used to come and rehearse with third world in my basement.
Wait, you had a basement in Jamaica?
Can you believe that?
I'm just realizing what you're saying, in your basement. Who had
All
a
right. So,
basement in Jamaica?
so it's not a true basement, but I'm gonna explain to you. So I'm gonna tell you how life is funny on another side now. All right. So in Jamaica, I have this thing called most wanted list, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the gentleman who happened to be the most wanted man in Jamaica was my landlord. All right. So he was literally the number one most wanted man in Jamaica for many years. His name was Norman Bruce. And Norman Bruce was my landlord and was a big time gangster and warrior. Right. So he used to, probably you want to story. We can use story to kill kingdom come. So yeah, man. So that was my landlord.
Mm-hmm.
When I my at my very first home as a teenager, I wasn't a teenager anymore. When I left my parents' house,
Right.
the first place I lived, I rented from a man named Norman Bruce, who was the most wanted man in the country. Now, whatever part of the reason he was most wanted was he was a drug dealer, and he used to do a lot of things in Jamaica that were very, including obviously being linked to many murders, etc. But he was
Right.
a big time drug dealer. So the house that I lived in, which we also had a nickname for, I'm not going to mention it quite at this time, but at that place where we lived, which were ambassadors and legend both rested their sound systems.
Mm-hmm.
I owned both songs. But at that time, what happened was that because he was a drug man and because he was the most wanted list, he used to have an underground tunnel running from his home throughout the earth underneath the house all the way into the gully behind the house. So he had
Right.
an escape route in case police are in the raid or anything. Yeah.
Right. Right.
I used to rent the house that was on his property behind his house. So the tunnels would run through underneath my specific apartment or house into the gully. And because of those underground tunnels, we had a basement that was built specifically to facilitate. Like literally had tunnels with bicycles in it, so that if anybody came, and could just ride the bicycle from the front to the back and jump into the gully and get away that. So because of that, there were these tunnels. So we had a basement underneath my house, which was really the exit tunnel for
Mm-hmm.
the escape. So we used to have equipment stored in there, sound equipment, as well as band equipment for third work, and that's where they used to rehearse. And Paddington Terrace, where I used to live.
Right. You see, boy, you know, you'd hear stories about some of these things, but maybe not. See it, and people question the creativity of Jamaicans. Yeah, hey, listen, y'all take note. Yeah, y'all take note.
I don't think any sane person questions the creativity of Jamaicans. Jamaicans are by nature extremely creative. I mean, without even attempting. And then
Yeah,
once when they put them head to something,
yep,
please,
yep.
yeah, no question about it. Yeah, man. So that story you just heard right there, 99% of the world has never heard that before. That is literally reality of my life. Yeah, man.
Wow.
To emphasize the living condition, because I live for this gangster.
Mm-hmm.
If for example I was happen to be late my rent 1 month or whatever, he wouldn't have to threaten to evict me or anything like that to get me to pay. What he would do literally was just run his firearm against the grill in the morning and tap it at a certain level and say, "Yo, when I get the rent, just enough." Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you mind to come right now." Yeah,
Yeah, that's the reminder. Your neighborhood reminder right there, courtesy
yeah,
of Mr. Nine,
exactly,
and
exactly.
and Mr. 38 in backup.
Absolutely. So yeah, it was definitely a very interesting living to live under the auspices of a gangster.
Literally.
Literally. I actually had a friend who was a nice uptown kid like myself who came to visit me one day
Mm-hmm.
and didn't realize who my landlord was and didn't know better, but he was trying to get my attention. His front gate is always locked because of where I live. It never leave the gate open ever.
Right.
So the gate lock and the big high fence because nobody come over and fence. But me in the back, nah get no phone call or whatever. And my brothers decided to jump the fence coming out of the yard. That was
Really?
that yeah, that was a lesson learned. No, he had to climb back over and jump that fence really quick. Uh, it was I'll just put it this way. He was not very nice. And he typically walked with a cutlass in his side. So not a knife, a cutlass.
Right.
Yeah.
For those listening in want to know what a cutlass is, you might know it as a machete.
Yes. Thank you for the clarity.
Yeah. We just know it as cutlass.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Um, on that
But
stressful note, I just want to quickly mention our sponsors for this segment of the show. Thanks to Althea with her healing heavenly hands. After living in conditions like those, you need Althea to come by and give you a
I,
massage every now and then. Call up
I like
Althea.
that. I like that idea a whole lot. Courtesy of the Kevin Stew show.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
Yeah, man. Just give her a call. 954-655-9000, 954-655-9000, or email her at thealater@att.net. She's a licensed massage therapist. She comes to you if you're in Broward County, North Miami-Dade County, South Palm Beach County. Just give her a call. She'll come to you. She has oils or not, if you choose not to use oils.
One
She has her
man.
own table.
I'll nice up the thing, man.
There
Tell
you go.
Alfie, ready, I'll way up. Rub it down, I'll way up.
Ready long time, right? Thank you, Althea, for sponsoring this segment. Julie says, I'm ready. Who's the ghostwriter? I'm waiting for the autobiography of David I.
Yeah, man.
You asking who's the ghostwriter?
Yeah, 'cause I need somebody to come pen it. I can't be the pen man, but I'm happy to tell the story.
But yeah,
I, I,
you have Keisha, you have Sonia.
I like that. Let
Yeah,
me just pull out my back pocket like a Alvar. You think say Sonny have time for that? Sonny have busy lady, you know.
yeah. You see, I used a name a while ago that is only some people know her as it just slip out. But
Keisha.
yeah, people know Sonia. You have Sonia. I know Sonia busy, but you have Sonia.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
don't
writer
have Sonia.
extraordinaire.
She is. Sonny has the boom. No question
I,
about it.
I want to get her on the show, but I can't get in touch with her. I don't know. We lost touch.
Oh,
But I asked you and G both. I need to get in touch with Sonia.
yeah, man, we can get Sonny number within 30 seconds to come on.
Yeah, man. And I told you, Sonia is responsible for me having my two sons today. She
Yeah,
didn't
man.
give them to me, but she's responsible for it.
Yeah, man. You know, we all love Sonia like that, man. No worries, sir. Miss Keisha, if you're listening, which I know you're not listening, but if you're listening,
Right. So now you dibbled a little bit and dabbled a little bit in the sound system business,
definitely, double and double, I will leave.
in the
That was,
production business. Well,
yeah.
in the management business, I should say.
Yeah, I've dabbled in a lot of things like that. But genuinely, as an entrepreneur, the true eh, beginning of me as an entrepreneur was
Hmm.
in sound system business. That is where, and then in party promotion and things in that league. Even
Mm,
though I dabbled in the artist stuff, that
right,
really wasn't where I made money. I did that just because it was a spin-off from what I was doing in sound system,
right.
entertainment in general. But yeah, I created a few different entertainment entities, including well, starting primarily with Legend Entertainment, which I mean that was really for me like the biggest deal. And from 1991 to 1990, I was up to 1996.
Hmm.
Those 5 years, really and truly, that was the time of Legend Entertainment. We did the most shows, we did the most award shows. I mean, we did so many different dance and party of every different type in
Hmm.
that 5 year span.
Yeah,
That was really huge for me.
yeah. That
Then,
was a real party era.
Oh,
in
definitely.
Jamaica, and partying at that time was it's not like partying. No, there was just a real niceness to the parties back then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can tell you, I guess I don't want to always be the one claiming for myself what I've helped to create, but we created a lot of things that were first in Jamaica.
Well,
For
this
example,
is the
I can,
platform to talk the things, man. Talk the
yeah,
things.
but I'd rather you bring on somebody who can talk it. I don't want to be the ones
Well,
blowing my own horn.
well,
So,
since you never point me to anybody to do that, you are the
ha,
one.
I hear you, but again, as much as I'm not a shy person, and I'm very, 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 very the opposite of humility. Sorry, I'm going to say humility, but I'm going to say I'm the opposite of being humble.
Mm,
I will tell you though that I still don't like to brag about what the things that I did. It's not my style. But
right,
I
right,
will
right.
I will I will point out some things that I am comfortable to point out.
Mm-hmm.
For example, as a DJ, and since we're in the DJ room, I would say these things that as a person playing music, the time when I did, I was able to do a lot of things that were breaking the rules. As funny as that may sound,
Mm-hmm.
um, so I used to play on the radio a lot too. By the way, it's kind of interesting that even as we talk about
Really?
media and how that has changed. I used to play on the radio. So the first time I played on the radio was at a radio show called Disco Mania. Disco Mania was my first regular radio gig. So Disco Mania was a show hosted by a guy named Hal Plummer.
Right.
Exactly. So while Hal Plummer was
The
announcing the show, I
yeah.
was a DJ in the background playing the music. Hal Plummer came to my home early, maybe 80. I'm gonna say probably like 83 or 84. I heard me playing and say, "Yeah, I want it on the radio." And so and I'm telling you this as I was his son's contemporary. His son was at high school with me at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and and yeah, and so he brought me into his show. So both that was like my first time being on radio on a regular basis as just a mixer behind the scenes. Nobody was calling my name. Nobody was doing anything. I was just there doing that.
Right.
Then 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 because I was, this DJ and became popular and stuff, I ended up influencing a lot of people around me to also get into the music business game that I saw it as a viable entity. And
Mm-hmm.
a very good version of mine became quite popular on the radio. And that version, while becoming popular on the radio, was again, he was the voice of the show, but I was the music behind the show. And that version is a version named Jerry. So some people call him
Wow.
the vibe master or whatever names he went by. But Jerry, literally, his show
Yeah.
from very beginning was all David Muir playing music. Hey man,
J-
these things are easy to check.
I
He's
didn't
spoken about it, written
even.
about it. Yeah, man. But Jerry was my best friend. We went high school together. We were on a rugby team together. I was a captain. He was a star player. So we had a lot of those things in history.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, and because I was so deep in the music, and he was interested in, sort of bringing himself into that realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you, even in terms of just other people in music who I work with very closely for many years. Like, um, for example, even Rory from Stone Up. Rory is somebody who he and I were close for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
Many people know, for example, of DJ Delano and you know,
Right.
and, and, you know,
With
Dilly
Renaissance.
with Renaissance. Dilly from Renaissance took over from what we left them to do, and I say that in this respectful way to say this. When Stone Up first started doing remixes, I did all the remixes for Stone Up. And it's when we stopped doing them that Delano then started doing the remixes for Soul. Just as a for example. So there's a lot of these things that were taking place that many people don't know. They don't
So
know the history of.
those are the rules that you were breaking.
Well, even more than that, I can tell you the ones that I was breaking that were to me more impactful. There was a club called Illusions. I don't know who know about Illusions, but Illusions was a very popular club in what we can call Uptown Kingston, 7th
Mm-hmm.
Avenue Plaza, right
Yep.
there in Clemens Green Road. So
Yeah.
Illusion was a big hotspot in my day coming up. So I played at almost every club. Let me just give you that as another. For example, I opened many clubs in Jamaica. I opened the likes of Godfathers as the very first DJ to ever play and played there for the first years plus of that club.
I
I
used to
can go,
love Godfathers.
yeah, and I was a DJ when you were there partying. So this is for example, I can go down the line. I was a DJ at 24K. I was a DJ at Illusions. I was a DJ at. I really and truly don't even want to go through all of them, but I literally played every club in Kingston Town. That was my. I started playing club from I was just over 10 years old. So that just to give you a little bit of, I would literally have to stand on milk crate to go and play music in nightclub back in those times. So some very interesting and very different times in my life.
Boy,
Yeah,
David,
yeah, man. So,
I,
yeah, man, may come from a ways back.
I knew not. You know, I knew that you had a little DJ little thing in your back pocket, but not at these levels.
No, man, at the highest of levels, man. I mean, I can tell you, I still, I, I leave it with you to simplify the music thing. I'm still very in love with music, but very much behind the scenes. People don't even
Mm.
know. But I did mention, for example, Rory, just because he and I are still very close today. I still do all of Rory's distribution outside of Jamaica. So I do distribution in America, Europe, everything. So all of his production that he does, all the new albums, all that stuff, I still do all that with Rory as my business partner. As a for example. We've been
Didn't
working
know
together
that.
for decades. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is all coming from when we used to play song together from in the 80s till
Mm-hmm.
now. Yeah, just as a for example. And there's many other there's many other instances like that. But
I'm surprised that our paths didn't literally cross. Well, our paths did cross, but that
they
we
did
didn't
cross. But
know each other
yeah, we didn't know each other
from
in that
before.
way. Yeah, man.
I'm surprised, and we'll talk about that after the year. But wow, go
Yeah,
on.
man. So just as a for example, that was my path. What happened with me then that I think kind of changed that path is
Mm-hmm.
that I left Jamaica, which was a very hard decision to make because I was extremely successful. That everything was going the way I wanted it. I was
Right.
doing all that I wanted to do. I had no issues with money, no issues with security, safety, no issues with really anything in my life. I was having
Right.
a
Right.
great life. I was enjoying extreme popularity throughout, and something was more important pulling me.
Mm-hmm.
In 1993, I decided I was ready to be married and to have a family and to live like I'd seen my family do before me. And in 1996, I left Jamaica to do just that. I left and came to America and got married.
Right. Right.
And and that is why I left Jamaica. You heard me and G's story to some extent, and
Yeah.
basically G had left Jamaica to go to finish school in America, and at the time when I decided I was ready to get married, I left Jamaica to and went to where the lady I was interested in marrying was
Mm-hmm.
to get married, and so I'll tell you this part. So the day I left Jamaica, January 27th, 1996, and that very same night I landed in New York. I went and played my first gig in New York. I played at Actory in the Bronx that night. Me, Yanni from Rough Cut, and who was the other person who played that night? But that was to show you
You
how
couldn't
my
even wait.
transition. I didn't even get. I did the day I landed. That was my first gig, and I played every night until pretty much until I left New York. I quit DJing when I left New York. So I literally the entire time I lived in New York, I played. I was
Boy.
I was consistently playing at the main clubs at the time. So I used to play every one Friday a month at Pulse in the city. I used to play every Friday at Callaloo in Brooklyn. I used to play Q Club Saturdays mostly. And I can go down the line, but but when I wasn't at those gigs, I was a regular house DJ at a club called Carib in New Rochelle. So I was a house DJ for a very popular club at the time,
Mm-hmm.
which if anybody who listens to this interview knows anything about radio in New York, um, the popular radio station, the popular Jamaican station, was broadcast live from my club where I played on a Saturday night, which is that same, club that was run by, yeah, that doesn't matter. That's our history. Everybody know. So, the
Mm.
same place where all the people that even today still popular, DJ Roy, Mix, what's Chris' name? What's Chris DJ name? Is Master Chris. All
Mm-hmm.
these guys, all of them are coming out of the same camp where I was running the club and that was on the radio. So, yeah, man, I mean, everybody know that is all history again. Easily check. This is what I was doing. So, as an entrepreneur, I was running my life through music business from beginning of the 80s through the end of the 90s. I quit DJing essentially after 20 years in 2000.
Wow. Like, that must have been hard putting down something like that. Something that you're passionate
Um,
about.
yes and no, it wasn't that hard. So part of how it was not so hard was that by the time I'd done that, when you do something for 20 years, you kind of done it. Especially when you done it like I've done it. I toured and traveled all around the world. I've gone as far as to China to play music. I've done a lot of things that
China.
most people haven't done. Yeah, which I can tell you that I call that for a specific reason. When you think about somewhere like China, oh, China. What do they know? They don't know anything about reggae music. To be honest with you, I went there, I played Bob Marley, they never heard Bob Marley. Most people. Some people have. But the majority, people don't even know Bob Marley in China because they don't speak our language. They don't have our music and the government controls what they hear.
Right.
So, yeah, so trust me that I've been all kind of places to play music and I've seen all kinds of different things as a result of that. But but to bring it back to why I left music and what we're talking about there is
Mm-hmm.
that what actually made me leave music is family. Because at the end of the
Right.
day, I was playing, especially in New York City, I was playing where I would go to work typically after midnight and I would get home like 8 in the morning.
Mm.
And that wasn't really conducive to family life with my
Yeah.
children. I mean, I'd get home and kids gone too early. you know?
Right, right, right. You don't get to see
Yeah,
them. You don't, no,
yeah,
no
man.
real time spent with
E-
them.
Especially if I play at Callaloo, because Callaloo, which is National and Eastern Parkway, typically if we had a good night, we don't leave there till 10 in the morning. We
Till what?
leave
What?
that club till 10 in the morning. If
That's a,
then, yeah, because a basement club is literally underground. When you come
right.
out to that
So
club and you come
you
up the
don't
stairs,
know.
it's like, oh, it's bright sunlight. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, man. You can,
Jeez.
and to give you a little perspective, I don't even know who Fergie is, but Fergie is the guy who run National Weekly. So
Yes.
Fergie is one of those guys who, was literally there every night with us. Literally, when I used to play that circuit,
Mm-hmm.
when he used to live in New York, so he would be out there every night, coming jamming with us, all that stuff. So like even his son, who is DJ Fergie on the radio, came up under us and was like, oh yeah, this is the same revolution of the thing that's continuing. So man, a lot of history and a lot of things
Wow.
people don't even realize. People don't know that DJ Fergie is Fergie's son, for example. But yeah, and that is the same that grew born and grew up with us right here in New York, and the same little juggling road that we used to do. Yeah, man.
For those of you who are just tuning in, the voice on the one telling the story, the one taking us on this journey down memory lane right now, is the one and only David I. Muir. And yeah, you hear us talking about playing in club and DJing, and but you may not know him for that. But you know what you see now is not what was always there. It was always there somewhere, but you got there over time. And David is walking us through the journey. So those of you who are just tuning in, call up some friends and tell them, listen, there's a really interesting guy that is on David Muir's show by the name of DJ Kevin Stew.
I like that. That's a good perspective.
But David is telling his story. Come listen to it because it's really interesting. So
Yeah.
if you want to share straight from kevinstew.com, you can just click on the video screen, and there's a little share icon that comes up. Just share it to wherever you choose to share it to. Bring some friends on over. Jump into the stew pot. Ask some questions. So Julie said, I thought I had a lot in my life. I had done a lot in my life. You're revealing some things that is blowing her mind right now.
Yeah. But Julie, so you used to go close to Julie. I see her in the chat room here. We call it the stew pot.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Paul, so it's my electric spot. I mean, we used to play there. Like I said, well, it's fun. I shouldn't say because I don't want to overblow it. We used to play there one Friday every month. So Paul is a nice place. It's ever run. It's a club that ever run. You can't play a person in the run.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And for those of you who want to say a word to the sexy man himself, call in 773-789 stew is the number that gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. You can call and you can text. And of course, the stew pot is there. Others call it a chat room, but we're fancy. So we call it the stew pot. So come on in, be interactive. We welcome it. David loves it. Don't worry.
Yeah, man. We have to for anything.
So, all right. So family had stepped in, and you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, man. That's when we stepped away from the music business.
Right.
Literally said, I'm done with music. I thought, no, it's easy to say that. It's not easy to do that. But I did
Mm-hmm.
say that, and I did try. Um, because I enjoyed a fair amount of popularity. I still got a lot of gigs. So it was funny because what I did was with the gig that I would get, I would take trips based on my gig. So
Ah.
I stopped playing regular every night. I stopped playing every day, every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody say, hey, listen, I gig for you in Jamaica, you want it? I'm like, yeah, I'll take a free trip to Jamaica. Heck yeah.
Right.
So that's just kind of how I still kept in the business because I didn't want to turn down all the different free trips. And anytime somebody happened that trip, I took it. I didn't play anymore as a day to day because I
Mm-hmm.
was like, hey, I ain't turning away money plus a trip. That was a nice free vacation,
That's right.
paid vacation, I should call it. So,
Yeah.
man, and it worked out well doing that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But even that after a while, I had to be honest with myself and say, you're not practicing, you're not playing regular. It don't make sense. You take people money, you're not really giving a proper product like you should.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
after a while, I phased out playing. So part of the phasing out was, I guess, the time when I would say that I was finally not an entrepreneur. So I did actually have about, hmm, I'm going to say about 4 years of my life where I literally didn't do anything at all as an entrepreneur, which was weird, but
Mm-hmm.
I just worked for people. So that didn't last long, but I did it for a little bit, and then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no, this ain't gonna fly. So my next endeavor back into the business world was I operated a law firm. So
You
Julian may take,
operated a law firm.
yes, sir. I operated a law firm. So, but for those who are not paying attention, my ex-wife is a lawyer. And as a lawyer, you can have a law firm. And as a law
Correct.
firm, it takes a business person to run that law firm. It can be the lawyer themselves, or it can be somebody else, like their husband.
And
So,
hence where you came in.
exactly. So, hence I came in and said, okay, we're going to do this family business. So, we actually did a double business at the same time. So, we became landlords. We bought a building and we subleased it out to other professionals, and then
Mm-hmm.
we kept part of the space for ourselves, and we ran a law firm. So
There you go.
I did all the business operations. I had all the staff. I did all of the stuff. I managed the systems. I did all the marketing and promotion.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the stuff. And funny enough, that's how I actually met Sonia first because Sonia was the editor, although not entitled, but she was the editor of National Weekly.
Yes, she
Which my
was. Mm-hmm.
which my brethren Fergie, who used to follow through when we were playing in New York, came and started in South Florida.
Right.
So I knew the owner, the man Fergie had a brethren ship, and he said, "Yo, Brett David, why don't you have your wife write a legal column in the paper?" So we started writing a column called Legally Speaking, and for about 5 years, we contributed a legal article to National Weekly written by my wife. So
Mm-hmm.
through that, I got to know Sonny very well. I mean, obviously, we've now done many other things together, including things I'll bring up later as we go chronologically through the things that I've done. But but yeah, so essentially it was running the law firm that was my next business of sort. I've done a lot of things. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I did skip out a few things, but I'm giving you the main highlight.
Right, right,
So,
right.
yeah, I mean, as a business
Well,
person, as an entrepreneur, we did try other businesses along the way, which I can go back to if we get the time.
well, you can leave some of the things for the book, because
Absolutely.
we want
So,
people to buy the book to get the details.
well, the highlight of the book won't be business, I promise you. There's too many other interesting things. It won't be about business. The business is just a time marker so people can see where you were at what time. But
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
the truly interesting story is not about what we did as a business.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but but back to the business aspect now. So we started running a law firm, but I'm not a lawyer, and quite honestly, that could only hold me but for so long.
Right.
Plus, I'll tell you this too. When you have two people who are married and both are invested in the same business, it's difficult. So things like health insurance and things like that, which we then would have to create on our own if neither of us had a traditional job. So
Mm-hmm.
at this point in time, I haven't mentioned my education, but I'll just go as far as to say, by the time I was running the law firm, I do have a master's degree. And instead of staying at the law firm permanently, I decided to go into uh, a job again, which allowed me to use my master's degree to earn money and to get things like health insurance and stuff like that. I was still running parts of the law firm, the family business, but at the same time, I did go and take a full time job, which neither of which was holding me. So the full time job nor the law firm was not me. It
Right.
wasn't my passion. It was what I could do well, but it wasn't what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
which led me to do photography. So pretty much
Mm.
for those who think of me only as a photographer, I started photography when I was 40.
When you were what?
40.
40?
40.
Start kind of late, Bridget.
Well, the
Never too
good news
late,
is
though. Never
the
too
good
late.
news the good news is let's look at where I am today. I
Mm-hmm.
teach I teach photography at two universities. I'm a preeminent photographer in my community. I have done a book. I've done many tours. I've exhibited in numerous countries. So we keep going. I mean, yeah, for somebody that started when they're 40, it's not a bad haul.
Not at all. Not at all.
I've been to multiple countries as a photographer, even more than as a DJ, funny enough. So I've done things that have taken me to many wild and crazy places. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna complain. But
Right, right, right.
I would also hedge it to say this. As a business, I started photography at 40. I've
Right.
always loved photography, and I even mentioned from the very beginning, it got me attention when I was even 10 and 11 years old because I used to dabble with it just as a silly hobby that I could not support because I didn't have an income, and photography can get expensive.
But
But I
back
did
then, you had to develop film, and
exactly.
my goodness. See,
So,
it is said in the stew pot you need to write a book about your business endeavors. It will be a source of encouragement for other entrepreneurs.
I don't know about that. But thank you, Julie, for that sentiment.
See, boy. Give the people what the people want, sir.
Well, I can take appointment to the ladies for that, but other than that, I don't know.
Okay.
but,
All right.
but let me not do that. Let me not lead people on as though I'm some loose guy looking for love in the wrong places. That's not me at all. That's not me at all.
The
I'm
people
very
caught the first show that you were on as a sexy X, as part of the sexy X's, they would
yeah.
know that
Good, but
if they were
I don't
paying
want to, I
attention.
don't want to, I want to clean it up. I don't want to mislead nobody. I can play and have fun,
Yeah,
but that's not me. I'm not that dude. So, but
right.
back to the real though. On the real tip. While I was working, so okay. So I mentioned that marketing. I'm a counselor by training, by training. So I
Hmm.
have I I guess I'm no longer licensed. I was a licensed clinician, giving therapy to people and
Which is
mental health.
interesting in and of itself. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
they
that
say
is
you have to touch, be touched in order to touch. So,
absolutely. There we go. There we go. That's a great explanation. I totally accept that. Yeah, man. So I definitely am touched, and I have touched many.
right.
And as a result, I have three children.
There we go.
But no. What I'm really saying though, and the real tip, and to get into, you know, talk about business and how business works for me as a entrepreneur. This is really critical for anyone who wants to be inspired or to take a page from or anything like that. Because we're now going to get into the heavy business part of my life. Um, I didn't ever dream that there would be a way to treat something like photography as a business. So even
Mm,
though I always loved it and had interest in photography, I would never take it seriously because I never thought that's something I could run as a business to finance my life.
right.
So, so having said that, I'm very, 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 very happy to be here on the phone. I shouldn't say on the phone, in the studio. Being able to tell people out there that yes, you can pretty much make anything into a viable business. You really just need to understand how people work.
right.
It's a, it's a people thing. If you're going to make money from anything, you have to create the need, or you have to provide a solution to somebody's problem, or you
Mm-hmm.
have to do something that people are willing to spend money on
Right.
over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Otherwise,
Right.
you won't be able to stay in business. And for me, I was working. I was working for Memorial Hospital. That's my last job that I had as
Mm-hmm.
a phone. That was my 9 to 5 and day to day. And I was getting burnt out. I loved helping people. I really do love helping people. But I felt as though I wasn't getting to help the way that they deserved to be helped as a mental health counselor working for Memorial at the time.
Right.
And I knew I needed to go. And so honestly, I put a plan in place and executed that plan, and it led me where I am today. Now, the plan never went as far as I've reached. No. So I'm going to tell you, anybody who have interest in doing a business, I'm going to tell you genuinely. I mentioned that I was a teenager when I wrote my first business plan and got a business loan
Mm-hmm.
running sound system. In my 40s, or I guess late 30s, turning 40, I wrote a business plan to become a photographer, to do this as a full-time endeavor, and to leave working for other people.
Right.
And I did it, and I have done it successfully, and I've had the greatest success of my life doing this endeavor at this stage. So definitively, never too late. Definitively, you can if you choose the right profession, you can do it at any age.
Right. Right.
And and I promise you, I can be a photographer till I'm 90 and just be fabulous. One of my very best friends is a photographer in his now mid to late 80s, who worked happily in that profession continuously today with no issue, and lives a very happy life doing so. So
Nice.
I know
Nice.
for sure, and he's out there. You all see him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Him look like he's 50, but he's 85, about to be. Yeah. So, um, he's just another great virgin who has shown me that when you know what you want and when you do what you love, you
Mm-hmm.
can do it. You can do it forever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but I can't stop at photography because the photography. has led me into a lot of other business. So
Mm-hmm.
has led me to be a part of producing Taste Island Experience as a food
Yes.
festival. It has led me to um, it led me to manage artists like Christina Alicia and other things, even more bringing me back into the music. It has led me to producing a magazine, Island Origins magazine. It has led me to having a marketing agency. It has led me to providing um, services for people. It has led me to become a professor. Who would have ever thought that I would be somebody at a university? I would have never dreamt. I thought I was going to teach. I would have had to study because well, listen, I have a couple of endeavors in my life in education. And the second time I went to university, I studied philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So my second foray into education, I studied philosophy, not anything, not psychology, but philosophy. And I love philosophy so much, I thought I would become a professor of philosophy. I genuinely thought I was going to get a PhD and teach philosophy in college as a lifetime endeavor. Never happened because that's not for me in a
Mm.
number of ways. But why I bring it up now, and I think it's very, very important, is that I genuinely can tell you that where I am today, doing the different things that I do, including providing professional services for people and doing things like creative services, and all of these things are not only a function of being able to be a great entrepreneur because you have a desire and you study and you research and you do the things that are needed, but it's also because of having a background that led me to know and understand logic and know how to deal with people through studying things like philosophy, through studying psychology, through
Right.
so um yeah, it's just interesting to see how it all comes together in that way.
You know, it's funny that you should say that, and it's really interesting that you and Julie are friends because when I had Julie on this show, uh, 2.5 months ago, maybe, Julie, and you can correct me if I was wrong, if I'm wrong. Um, she mentioned doing some of these very same things.
Hmm.
So, ornithological creatures of similar plumage do agglutinate.
Repeat that in English.
Birds of a feather do flock together. But you know, it's interesting when you, it's funny when you come across people and you never really delve into who they are and what they've done and what they have gone through to find some of the similarities that help them to gel. See, Julie corrected me. It was April. April, Julie? That was 4 months ago. Seriously?
You know,
Jeez.
I said that time plan.
Wow. But it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. And you apply some of the things that you have learned in your education to your business. And you've made it successful, which is why we encourage youngsters to get that education, whether formally or informally, whichever way you can get that education, you get that education because knowledge is power.
No, knowledge is important for sure.
You
Very,
can't go
very.
around it. Knowledge is power.
So I'm wondering, I know
Yeah.
not everybody listening is in the stew pot, but why is guest 745 in the stew pot and not making no comments? Guest 745, ask for something, man. Ask a question.
I don't know. Every now and then we have some silent listeners. And I don't know. They choose to they like to come on and go into the, because once you come on to the site, you're a guest in the stew pot. So I guess they just like to look at you.
All right.
I don't know. That's probably it. I want to say real quick thanks to JTMC for sponsoring this segment of the show.
Yeah,
JTMC.
man.
Big ups,
Big up
big ups.
JMC. Actually, funny enough, I do a lot of work for JMC. I don't know if you knew that, but
Oh, that
they're
that
one
I
of
do know.
they're one of my regular clients, and I actually am doing a shoot for them this week. But
And
yeah, man,
you have,
JMC.
I know that you have more work coming up to do for them outside of this week. So JTMC will take care of your event management, your tour management, your bookings, your promotions, your social media management, your entertainment management. Um, just give them a call 678-793-8800, 678-793-8800, or visit them at jtmcenterprise.com. And as you heard from David, and if you've seen David's work, you know you're getting quality work.
Thank you.
And when you have a company like JTMC calling on the services of David I. Muir, you know you're getting good work from them too. And the
No,
story of JTMC is another one. I'm
yeah,
working on getting that story out, but yeah. What
definitely.
what's this going on in the pot? I realize we're birds of a feather. I have
Yeah, man.
undergrad degrees in psych and philosophy.
Perfect.
Then went into entertainment law. Yeah, yeah, that was Julie. That was
Yeah,
revealed to us.
twinses.
Yeah, so the twins in. Yeah, that was revealed to us on the show, and it's funny when Julianne is out sometimes, and I'm there where she is. There will be people talking around her, and she'll just stand there and just look at them. You know that look, David. That look where you go, boy.
Yeah,
If you
man.
only knew what I know, you wouldn't say that. You know, I witnessed her doing it on Saturday, at this back to school bash that CJ
Yeah.
Love had at Fins and Things, and it was funny to me. But nobody else really knew what I was laughing at, except Julie, so she didn't look at me when I was doing it. But coming back to you, David.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
so people now have a better idea of who David I is, because I have not seen you involved in anything that doesn't come across as a total experience. It's like all your senses get tickled when interacting with you. And it could just be in conversation like what we're having right now, or true conversation. Um, but
Listen, you know, can nobody a true
nobody
station.
being canned around here. But, you know,
Love that.
interacting with you, it tickles the senses, because you get a taste for something more. You get a feeling like you can accomplish that next thing. You know, you can almost smell it. You definitely see it materializing, because you get the vision, and you kind of block out the naysayers, because
You
now
know,
you
like,
have something to look
hold on.
forward to.
Pause that thing there. I hear you on the nature. Why do people? Why is this human nature so terrible? Why are there so many natures?
Let's
I
go.
don't.
Let's
I,
go. Talk the
I, I,
things. Let's go. Go.
I don't understand it. I've heard some of the most incredible things about myself
Mm-hmm.
from people who want to do me harm, from people claiming I'm gay or Batman or whatever. And I mean, those things at this point in my life don't matter to me at all. There
Right,
was a
right.
time it would have been hurtful to hear that somebody thought that, because I too at those times in my life used to think, oh, if you're gay, you're evil, or you're whatever it is negative that we used to believe those things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm long past that now, so I don't get offended by people calling me something that I don't think is a bad thing. But I used to be in that space too. Where I'd be
Right,
like,
right.
oh, why are people accusing me of this that I'm not? And it's so funny. I mean, people would just say things and do things to hurt people. I have heard every different conceivable thing about myself, especially when you're at the top, when you're more popular. People make up things and then slander you in all kind of way. And I just don't even
Yes,
understand
yes.
why. What is that about? Fortunately for me, Kevin, I genuinely don't get
Let me
affected
ask
by
you a
this.
question.
But I
And
just don't get it. Yeah,
and
go
and
on.
and, and infusing a little bit of a Wednesday kind of a show here. Do you find it that it is more people of our cultural origin being? Do you find it happening with more Jamaicans than
Nah,
people from other?
people,
But you just find
all,
it general.
all people, general. All people do it bad in our own way because if you're not perfect, then I'm gonna criticize it. You're too fat, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too skinny, you're too. I mean, our culture, you get crowd for everything, but it's not meant to be harmful. It's more ignorantly just going along with how things have always been.
Right.
But I'm talking specifically to people who do things to be harmful, and
Right.
those people, I just don't understand. Is it that they hate themselves and want to drag everyone down to their own level? I don't. Miss Julian, as the psychologist, sociologist, psychiatrist, psychological person, lend something to us, but I genuinely do not understand why people want to be so negative. What are they getting out of it?
You know,
Because
I have a theory.
tell me.
I have a theory. They want to be in a position where if they can appear to be better than the next person that they're talking about, then they're seen as one, a resource, because now they get to talk with a level of authority, and two, they're always in painted in a good light. So where they will always come out smelling like roses, so to speak. So Julie's saying people slander others at the top or on their way to the top because they feel threatened by that person in some way.
Mm. So is that threat?
So, all right.
I must have threatened plenty people. I've
So
plenty
isn't
done that.
isn't the pot big enough that everybody can get a plate of food out of it?
Absolutely. I can tell you this guarantee 100%. It is 1,000%. There's a brother. I try to remember his name. It don't come to me right now. I like a short guy, a photographer. When I decided I was going to do photography, I didn't know nothing about running photography as a business.
Right.
And I went to the dude and said, "Yo, Virgin, I'm going to get into photography. I want to work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Will you hire me?" And the man dissed me some way and pushed me off. And I'm going to tell you, life is so funny because his business, which was one of the premier photography business in Fort Lauderdale at the time when I started, don't have no business anymore. And I happen to be in that place. And why I say it's funny is because anybody comes to me. I just actually had a young man just yesterday who was at our team appreciation meeting last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean yesterday morning, who was speaking and couldn't shut up. We asked him to say no more, and we kept on going because he wanted to say how he came to me. He never knew me. He asked me to do some things to see if he could get to be involved. And I took him right in and gave him work, and I've been giving him work. I can tell you there's a lot of photographers that I send work to every single week without fear, because I don't fear competition. People
Right.
who fear competition genuinely going to succumb to the competition because they're
Mm-hmm.
living in fear rather than just doing
Yes.
excellent work. I don't fear anybody. There's no other David I. It's me alone as me. There's no other sexy
There
man.
you go.
It's just me alone as me. Everybody have work to get. There's no shortage of work for every business out there. You just need to go and get what is belong to you. And the
Yes.
whole idea of trying to hide and protect work from other people, them think that foolishness. I can guarantee you that as a business person. My entire life in business, I've been giving business away. And people always laugh after me or cuss me and say, "Why are you so helpful to other people?" Why is it everything? And I'm like, you're crazy. I refer people business every single day. Because people know they
Yep.
can call me the resource. People call me, oh, I want a set designer. Oh, I want a model for this. Oh, I just, if every day I send out a referral, there's no end to me giving a referral because I don't feel it. I'm not trying to get in the business for myself. I want to uplift everybody. And I
Thank
know
you.
there's more than enough work for everybody. I am never short of work.
Yep.
I never short of work. Cause work is in abundance. I don't understand people trying to hold it like it's Russia.
Listen, I can't explain it either, but they do it, and that was my theory on it. Julie saying the pot is big enough for everyone to get a plate, but some people think if others get a plate of food, it takes food out of their mouth.
Yeah, but that foolishness that why they think that? Who led them to feel that way?
Some people just mean or operating from a place of scarcity because they had it hard growing up, etc.
Yeah, that no so because it was hard 30 years ago, it's going hard again. You cannot live so.
Exactly. And if we are growing with each other, there shouldn't be any fear of that. Because if I get some food, I am going to share my food with you. If
Well,
we're growing with each other.
I'm going to stick up in there. I'm going to tell you, I like funny.
Right.
So there are some people
Mm-hmm.
who will go nameless, but there are some people I've been sending them work for 10 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
10 years straight. Every year I'm sending them business, and not one time ever get a call come back to get me about the business. But
You know, there was a
but
thing that
no, don't get
happened
me
to
wrong.
me.
I'm not vexed about it. I just find it funny that
Yes.
there's a lot of I mean, it's genuinely as a photographer. I've been referring up business from my start. That's something I just don't want to do. I don't shoot weddings, for example.
Mm.
So people know I'm a photographer. Them call me and say, "Hey, you want to do this wedding?" And I'm like, "No, thank you. I don't want a wedding." So I tell you what, call RJ, call TJ, call Luke, and I'll give them 5 names. I say, "Hey," or I'll say, "You know what? Somebody call me and I want a specific type of shoes." You say, "You know what? No, honestly, I can do that, and I wouldn't even take the business. But the best person for that job is this." And people thank me all the time. I say, "You're so honest. What? Well, how can you so honest?" I said, "Because I have more work than I can manage. It's not like I have
Mm-hmm.
time to do my thumb. So before I go take a job that I am not the best person for, I better me send them to the best person. And when they have a job that is in my specialty, they will call me back and say, all right, that guy was really honest and helpful. Now they
Right.
have a job that is what he does. Then I call him and give him the work."
Exactly. And here's a testimony in the pot. I can attest that David is always recommending people. I have worked with David on a magazine shoot before, and he's recommended me since. There
Yeah,
you
well,
go.
thanks for that, Julia. It's funny that you put it, but no, I mean, I genuinely do refer people every single day. Come my phone don't stop ringing, and
And rightly so. Yeah.
people always asking me for something, and chances are I can't do them all.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I can
Mm-hmm.
do it, sometimes I'm just booked or double booked, and I can't take another booking, and I still have to refer.
Right.
And Julie, I would refer you a lot more if you're a photographer, because that's what people mostly call me for. Yeah.
Well, I refer her as a and not
Yeah.
because I know her personally, no, but because she has come across my path and it is what she does. I have referred her as a personal stylist. I've
Yeah,
referred her
man.
as a jewelry designer.
I haven't done that one yet. The jewelry design part, I don't think I have enough information about that. I have seen some of her work, but I don't know the extent. I need to learn more about that so I can refer that part too.
See this on my wrist right here? This on my
No.
wrist right here is blue lava rock. This bracelet I've been wearing it since May. I take it off when I take showers though. Just I when I go to
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah.
But outside of
I'm
that I
gonna,
wear it all the time. And
but
if I had a little oil, essential oil, I'd drop a few drops on them, and it would last me throughout the day because it's a porous rock. It's lava rock that Julie
okay.
made this bracelet. As a matter of fact, um,
I
since
want a bracelet, but you can't see my camera don't work on your show.
that's right, But I will go ahead and put this out there. For this month, the featured piece coming out of Jillian J is this beaded necklace, bracelet, and earring set, black, green, and gold, courtesy of
Uh,
Jillian J. So,
that's a courtesy available for much dollars.
well, they're going to. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm sending them to the site. Visit
All right.
Gillian J, GILLIAN dash J.com, or email Julie at jmarie at gillianj.com. Call her up, 954-281-2587, because that's what we do. That's how we roll. You see,
Mhm.
when when we get together and we all put together and pull together, it makes the job that much easier. What is the job? The job is trying to achieve. We are all trying to get something within our own rights. And sometimes what we do overlap. And that's fine. Because, like we said, there's enough out there to feed everybody.
Yeah, man.
It is the
Yep.
consumer's choice. So give the consumer a choice. Don't try to paint or pin the consumer into a corner so that they think that is only you. That is only going to leave a bad taste in their mouth when they discover, but wait, you know this person and they could have done it? In my opinion, if it was me, I would have think differently about an individual that is going to do something like that. And it has happened to me, strangely enough, where somebody was even looking for um, someone to host an event, an MC for an event. And whereas I would have thought that people I know would have said, hey, well, yeah, you can use this guy. Overlooked. Psh,
Hmm.
just last year. In fact, a year ago today, I co-hosted Miss Jamaica, Florida. And I posted that reminder, that memory this morning on social media. And there were people that weren't there, that the people that knew of it wouldn't
Mhm.
say, boy, Kevin hosted this event last year. Check him and see. But
See?
guess what? That's fine by me. Because when my time come, my time come.
Yeah, man, but it sound like a time come here and host them big show there. I was the photographer for Miss Jamaica, Florida for sheesh, probably about 8 years. I don't do it anymore
Hmm.
because it's not paid work. It's volunteer. But
Right.
um, I'm a time get busy. But genuinely, no, man, that is good work right there. When you do them work, I mean, that is part of bus, man. You kind of bus now. That's I'm called a liquor bus. It's
Right.
a liquor bus.
Get a
Yeah,
like a
man.
boss. But it's not like I'm going to be running down an MCing event or anything like that. But I am quicker to like use this platform right here to say, this individual here is trying a thing. Tell me what you're trying to do. Let's talk about it a little bit. Worse, if your heart is for the community and for helping someone else, I am. My platform is your platform. David, you're not on this show because you have become a brethren of mine. No. You're on this show because of you being David. The heart that you have is what has made me gravitate toward you. Not because of the skills you have, not because of the popularity you have, not because of. I didn't even know some of the things that you've done or some of the people that you know. I
Yeah,
just
man, them
know that
things
you're
don't
a
mean
cool
nothing.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, man, who you know don't mean nothing at all. People get caught up in that stuff way too much.
There you go. Here is Julie. I didn't know her from Adams, but when I Some people believe in it, some people don't. We have a saying in Jamaica, when your spirit tick, you know, you have that energy. Everybody can relate to it. You have this energy, and your energy comes out in your work, David. It
Thank you.
shows. There's when you capture a moment. It's one thing to capture a moment in motion on film. When you capture a still moment and you look at it and you feel in the presence,
Yeah,
that
man.
come with a special skill.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a special skill. And I've seen you do it over and over, time and time again. And if I were to follow people and stories, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have had you on the show right now, but I'm not that kind of a guy. Let me find out for myself.
Yeah, I know. Don't follow no people.
And as a
Because I
result, you get to come and tell the story the way it is. No, I don't want any second hand story.
see it there.
I want my story straight from the horse's mouth. I'm not calling you a horse today,
It's
but
alright. It's alright. Man, I'm not.
I said today though.
Yeah, no, man, not funny at all. Not.
But
Yeah, man.
so with that being said, I want to thank you, David, for again coming out and educating us, coming out and inspiring us, coming out and letting us know that hey, anything you set your mind to, anything your heart's desire, whatever is your passion and it drives you, there shouldn't be anything stopping you from achieving it. I started doing the night shift about roughly about 10 years ago when TC started Flex FM. And I've been doing it ever since. I stopped doing it for 1 year when I moved away. I tell this basic story to everybody. I tell it all the time. And I have been doing it ever since. And thanks to TC for giving me the opportunity to start doing it. That's
Yeah,
not where
man.
it started. It started at the Music Links, which is now Pulse E Media Group, with a Friday night show. But when you have people that say, I see this in you, let me give you an opportunity to hone your craft, to get out there and do a little thing. You have
Yeah,
to
man.
you have to give a big ups.
Yeah, man. I really think that, man. It's such a, and that's the thing why it's so funny. Why I say people always cuss me. Why you helping so much other people? Why you helping? And it usually comes first from one of my business partners. Now, fortunately, I don't have a business partner like that right now. But
Mm-hmm.
I've had business partners over the years, especially when I was in the sound business. Where they say, yo, we help for next sound. Yo, may I play in a same line on the sound, I string up on the sound, right? May I help them tune them sound? Why you do that for? You know, she said, we are trying to kill them. I said, I'm not trying to kill nobody. I'm
Right.
here. I have
Right.
no need to kill no one. I happy to help everybody.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely happy to succumb to anybody who wants to think that me or anybody else is at war with them. I'm not at
Yep.
war with nobody. I happy to help everybody.
Yep. That's it right there. So
Yeah, man.
David, much thanks to you for those that you have helped already and those that you continue to help today.
Yeah, but I want to say one thing though. I want to say this because I don't a couple of things I don't touch on at all, and I realize we're wrapping up, so I'm not going to hold your time. But I want to
Mm-hmm.
say this
Yeah.
in 2008, right? Very important marker year for me. I started essentially on this journey in photography.
Right.
The very first thing I did in that journey was to start documenting my country. And in
Mm.
2010, 2 years after I started, I had my first exhibition.
Yeah.
All right. So my first exhibition was 2010. By 2011, I had my first Pieces of Jamaica show, which was me showing people what I had been documenting about my country and my love for my country. In 2012, it yielded me a solo show, which had thousands of people show up, and I had rave reviews. And then a publisher came to me about publishing a book of my work, which was unheard of. At that point in time, I'd been doing photography seriously for 4 years. And my book was published later that year, 2012, for Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence.
Mm-hmm.
So understand the timing of it. It wasn't that we planned to do that for Jamaica's 50th. It just so happened that January 2012, the solo show was kept, and it was the smash hit of the town. And
Mm-hmm.
so many people came out that the publisher came to me and said, "Hey, we want to do this." It just so happened it landed on the year of our 50th anniversary of
Yes.
independence.
Yes.
These are things that people would think that you planned. I'm sure I planned parts of it because I had an intention. I wrote a business plan and I executed the plan. But a lot of it was karmic and very much in the good harmony with the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Why I raise that at this point is that you never ever know where things gonna take you. Even if you're planning for hitting the stars, you might reach beyond the stars and go to another universe. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to be willing to take the chance and do the thing.
Take the
And
chance. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you that when I decided I was gonna do sound system as a teenager, a lot of my peers told me I was crazy. You could never be successful. At the time when I started, the most popular sound system that in the realm I was playing was a sound named Colossus. And
Mm.
when I started my sound ambassador, people say you'll never be like a Colossus. And within a short space of time, I was beyond Colossus. Right?
If you
So much
listen to
so,
people, boy.
yeah, man. So much so that part of the reason we had to discontinue ambassador discos that they were too popular. We were so popular we could not play places because it was pandemonium. We literally had to discontinue the sound system by that name because it was too popular. When
Wow.
we when we continued in the sound system business with Legend Entertainment and with Legend Sound Systems, we and I would say this without hesitation, and everybody can verify this, we gave way to Renaissance. The only reason Renaissance became the replacement popular song for us was that we left the country and we went to New York to live. So, and I'm going to say that without any reservation. And we can ask Delana, we can ask Mikey, we can ask everybody to show you even more the spirit of how much I help people.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre, who was the MC, the mount man, the hype man for Renaissance,
Mm-hmm.
came to work for us and we sent him to Renaissance. That's an example. We actually said, no, we don't need another hype man. Go and work for Renaissance. As an example of how I live. I'm
Right.
always in this. I can't ask Dr. Dre to this day if that's the truth or not. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
make up story. This is reality, real talk.
Right.
All of this to say that I'm going to tell you that right now, today, all of my energy, all that I am doing is not just about David Muir. If you notice the things that I'm doing, but it was taught to me by doing pieces of Jamaica and seeing where that took me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see me doing things like Island Origins magazine, there's a reason we're doing an Island Origins magazine. It's not just, oh, this is a good business idea. It is an important thing for our legacy, for our culture, and for our people. So think about the things that we do. When you say we do taste the islands as an
Mm-hmm.
experience, it is for a reason. So I'm just telling people when you think about what you want to do, think about what you want to be aligned with. What is it that who is it that you're uplifting and what is it that you're about? So
Right.
you can be successful at anything, but if you can be successful and also do good things, it is so much better. So I think that's my personal experience. I don't want to drag out your show, but I'm telling you this. In my experience, doing good things, and I don't mean go hold a Bible. I'm not saying to follow some Christian leader or Muslim leader or Jewish leader or anything like that. I'm saying to do things that you know intrinsically are good. Helping people is intrinsically good no matter what religion you study.
Mm-hmm.
Help people, uplift people, do things that are good for other people, and success will find you. So that
There
is
you go.
my song. I leave you with it there.
Much respect, David. Words like those, yeah, should be immortalized somewhere.
Yeah, man. My vibes, man. But it immortalized on your show now. You know. Just
Well,
just post it
actually,
up.
it is. It is.
Exactly. Just post it up like I see have the other things on there, and we will
Yeah.
all come back and re-listen and re-enjoy these things.
It will be in the archive by morning. So
Exactly. And,
y'all
and
can visit the video archive, um, and check it out. It will be there by morning, no
yeah, man.
doubt.
I will encourage people to listen and to fact check and to say, what the man really said? That's true. Yeah,
There you
man.
go.
Look up the most wanted list from 1991 and see who was most wanted in Jamaica. Yeah, man. Them things they check them out, man. We have whole heap of story. We could have come back and get next 2 hours just like that.
Well, it will happen. No, it will happen. Don't worry. It will happen.
Aye, aye,
As long
aye,
as
aye.
you are around, as long as I am around, as long as this show is around, it is going to happen.
Yeah, man. Easy, man. Anytime. Anytime.
David, much love, much respect.
Yeah, man. Blessings, Kevin. Have a great night.
Yeah, man, you too. We will talk.
Aye.
Ladies and gentlemen, David I. Muir. People like these don't come around every day. You have to big them up when you come across them. And I'm sure, like myself, many have not heard these stories. Many don't know this side of David or these sides of David. But I did tell you, he wore many hats, and those hats are as a result of the fact that he has a lot of things going on in his head. So it seems like he has multiple heads. So he needs a hat for each one. David Muir. Check him out. When you see him somewhere, just go over there and just have a talk. If you can. But I can tell you this. When he's working, he's working. Don't try to get him talking too much about anything when he is working. I want to say thanks to GMAT Music Solutions for sponsoring this segment of the show. This is where we get into our musical therapy. GMAT Music Solutions providing you with, in fact, they bring your event to life. So you want sound, you want lighting, you want musical equipment, you want engineers. GMAT Music Solutions can take care of all of that for you. Just get them a link, get them a call, tell them that you heard about them right here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Call them up 754-307-4622. That's 754-307-GMAC. Or visit them at gmac.musicsolutions.com. Yeah? And as a tune that I want to kick off our abbreviated musical therapy with tonight, new music from Jason Mighty. It's called When You Love. And again, call a friend, tell a friend. The night shift, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday night, community and finance night. You'll get stories like these. Trust and believe.
Gonna wish you love. Gonna wish you love.
And if there's one thing I wish each and every one, it's love.
Genuine love. Yeah. Unconditional love. Though you made me, I'm gonna wish you love. Use me, I'm gonna wish you love. Deceive me, I'm gonna wish you love. 'Cause love is the key to life. Know you fake, but I'm gonna wish you love. Two-faced, but I'm gonna wish you love. You a snake, but I'm gonna wish you love. 'Cause love is the key to life. I am not like you, so I can't do the things you do. God said to love my enemy. Pray for those this might fully use me. Give you my only pair of shoes. Still you wanna take my socks from me. But it's okay, you can't take my heart away. Though you hate me, I'm gonna wish you love. Use me, I'm gonna wish you love. Deceive me, I'm gonna wish you love. 'Cause love is the key to life. Know you fake, but I'm gonna wish you love. Two-faced, but I'm gonna wish you love. You a snake, but I'm gonna wish you love. Love is the key to life. Don't need to be pretending. face is showing. Ain't gonna do nothing for you. Pray God have mercy on you. I pray you change now. All your ways now. After all you've done, God still have love for you. For you. Though you hate me, I'm gonna wish you love. Use me, I'm gonna wish you love. Deceive me, I'm gonna wish you love. Cause love is the key to life. No, you fake, but I'm gonna wish you love. Two-faced, but I'm gonna wish you love. You a snake, but I'm gonna wish you love. Love is the key to life. Change now, all your ways now. After all you've done, God still have love for you. I pray you change now, all your ways now. After all you've done, God still have mercy on you.
Everything that's wrong, they have made right. Everything that's right, they have made wrong. Who are these lawmaker guys trying to distort the laws of the Most High? Coming with their lies and illusions.
This is new music
Nature and breed.
from Wayne Studdert.
We are the children of
It's called Raise It.
walking through the valley. We will never fear your night. And I say, raise your blood stained by the eye. Eyes away to the sky. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. Raise your blood stained banner. Eyes away to the sky. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. So who are they trying to fool? And who are they trying to school? Coming with them bag of lies and them fake device. Application hypnotize. We are the chosen generation with the righteous meditation. Fear down your temptation. And we are the children of the light. Walking through the valley, we will never fear your night. And I say, raise it. Raise your blood stained banner. Wave it. Eyes away to the sky. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. Raise it. Raise your blood stained banner. Wave it. Eyes away to the sky. Declare it. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. Step aside.
You know, Julie, I agree with you. David does need to write a book.
Who are they trying to fool? And who are they trying to school? Coming with them bag of lies and them bag
The next museum event that David has, though, I think we're going to get him on the show. Before that, let him talk about that hat.
Whoa, avoid annihilation, go read Revelation and wave it. Wave your blood stained banner. Raise it. Eyes to raise it to the sky. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. Raise it. Raise your blood stained banner. Wave it. Eyes to wave it to the sky. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. Raise it. Raise it to the mountain. Declare it. Shout the name of Adonai. Yahusha HaMashiach and them have to step aside. Raise it. Raise your blood stained banner.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Oh,
This young lady was mentioned earlier.
and love is in it.
Christina Alicia. Working out with the Stamina All Stars.
Is this a lasting treasure or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your smile? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you said that I'm the only one, yeah. But will my heart be broken when the night needs the morning star? I'd like to know that your love is a love I can be sure. So tell me now, 'cause I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me, baby? Will you still love me, baby? Will you still love me, baby? Will you still love me? Tonight with words unspoken, oh baby, you said that I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
As we roll on out of here tonight,
Be broken.
I want to encourage you to join me tomorrow. Healthy Love Tuesday. Same time, same place, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on kevinstew.com. Something to look forward to next week. All being well, all conditions being right. If nothing changes, we're gonna have Fletcher Bass in the building.
Will you still love me tomorrow? Tell me now. Will you still love me tomorrow? I wanna know. Will you still love me tomorrow?
Push my little sister until you reach the higher ground. Push,
This is how we're gonna bounce on. Nah, maybe not.
bend my soul.
But I have to play this one here.
Push my little sister until
Title track
you reach the higher ground.
from the compilation Sky is the Limit.
Not bend my soul.
This kind of sums up the night.
Sky's the limit.
The son of Ed Robinson.
No matter what the world may say.
No matter what the world may say,
No matter what them folks may say, you can reach for a star. Whoa, yeah. No matter how high, no matter how far, I tell you, you can reach for your goal. Whoa, whoa. No matter how young, no matter how old. Push my little sister until you reach the higher ground. Push my little hydrant, not bend my shoulders down. Push my little sister until you reach the higher ground. Push my little sister, not bend my shoulders down. The sky's the limit. No matter what them folks may say, the sky's the limit. I tell ya, no matter what the world may say now, if you want good, Lord, you know
so I'm gonna squeeze one more in there.
Until you reach the
And this is how I'm going to bounce on out, okay?
push, push my
You ready for it?
hydrant. Nothing must
Here we go.
us down. Push, push, push my little sister until you reach the higher ground. Push, push, push my little brethren. Nothing must us down.
For all my Hezites, this is Hezron. Track called Chant.
Everyday people, spare a minute of your time. Help me sing the song for and home. Let's try. Who has no daddy to run to, no mama shoulder to cry on, and stretches his hands out every day as a means to survive. No, no, no. Yes, John boy na na na, boy na na na, John boy na na na, boy na na na, Chant for this little girl who cries to sleep every night and find the strength in the morning to wake up with a smile. For the victims of cancer, for HIV, for the taking away of our friends and our families.
I want to thank you each and everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. Until we meet again, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thank you, Julie. Good night, good night, good night, good night.
Who has so much decision to make in these troubled times and troubled days, yeah. For the hard-working people who struggle every day so the kids can eat.
Being in the moment is priceless. Consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.